Jawaballs!
Alright, so the next step is to paint the details black. And I wanted to show you this real quick. When I do Space Marine eyes, here's what I do. It's hard to show this fine detail here, but I paint the eye with the black, but I exaggerate the size of it. A lot of times they're really narrow, and I actually paint down a little bit over the top of the ridge of the mask. Can't really tell when it's black anyway. What it does is it makes the eye lens bigger, gives you more space to paint, thus allowing or just making the eye lens just bigger. And God, what's the word I'm looking for here? Making it stand out more. The eyes are the windows to the soul. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So I always paint the eye lens a little bit bigger. Just paint down over the upper ridge there of the lens. All right, so go ahead and get all of your details painted black, including the ropes here. This is where a nice steady hand really helps. I've been doing this for a while. I'm fairly good at it. The purity seals, the blood drops, and also you want to get inside the cracks, especially the ruffled areas between like the knees. For example, right here in his wrist, a little bit of black. Alright, you don't need to watch me paint details like this, so I'll come back when I'm done. More to come. Okay, so here he is. I've finished the black detailing. Being careful to get in all the little lines within the ridges of his backpack. A little fine little line. That is what really helps your models pop. A little fine line. That contrast makes them stand out. So, yeah, I'm gonna let him dry for a while now. I don't, you know, as I handle it, I don't want the black to wipe off, so I'm gonna let it dry for a couple hours and come back. So the next step is going to be some red highlighting. He's almost done. Pretty quick, huh? All right, more to come. All right, well, here we are. I've got him ready to go. And the next step, now we start with, we start making this thing look real and finished. Evil Sunz Scarlet. Evil Sunz Scarlet, as you can see from my evilly written label with masking tape on this bottle. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop a dollop of Evil Sunz Scarlet on my palette here. And I'm going to hit it with some glazed medium. Now, again, I've said it a couple times already. This red, this Evil Sunz Scarlet, is much more red than what I'm used to using. I prefer to slowly get to this level of red. And I'm just mixing in the glazed medium. So basically a 50-50 if you need breakdowns. Now we're going to repeat the same steps. You want the least amount of paint as possible. Okay. We're good. Drag it across. Feather it down. I'm gonna actually drag it down the edges here of the thing, of the crest. See how I got some paint on the side? What I do is I'll lick all the paint off my brush quickly, then just kind of erase the messed up paint. As you work, you'll develop yourself a little formula. On mine, I'll do the crest first, then I'll do the eyebrow ridges, and then feather that paint into the helmet. Oh god, I'm off. There we go. Sorry about that. I'll do it again. So drag it across the eye ridge, and then feather that paint into the helmet. You want the back part of the helmet to remain dark red, while the front part, right above the eyebrow, gets the lighter color from the evil suns. I'm trying to do this around so you can see better. When you might have too much, just dab it off using your finger. Ideally, you're not going to be doing any real highlighting. You don't want lines right now. I've been trying to get away from doing any real edges at all. Forgive my heavy breathing. How's that look? I'm working in reverse here. The Walking Dead comes on in a few minutes. It's almost 9 o'clock on Sunday. My body is beat. We got 3 feet of snow today, and or yesterday, and I spent a whole bunch of time shoveling today. I hurt. So you definitely do not want to build up your paint too quickly. Resist the urge. I know you feel like you want to lay it on there. You put down some red and it looks like, like it's going to be fast. But don't try and give in to speed. Not with red. With red, you want to take your time. See right here, I got too much. So I will apply saliva to my brush and kind of erase it. So I will do the helmet first, then I'll come around to the backpack and get the backpack done. Part of my method of painting Space Marines. This hurts my hand. My hands are shot. Let's see what time it is. 8:52. I haven't really been looking if I've been blocking the camera. I hope you've been able to see all this. Legs. Top of the armor plate on his upper leg. Here's what I do. Get a good amount of paint on the brush. And again, tip of the brush, edge of the plate. I'm just going to drag it down the top of the plate, dab off, and feather. Letting the length of the brush cover the entire plate there on his leg. Then leave it alone. It's okay if it's a little bit spotty. You'll come back again. Other side. Drag it up. You see how that just kind of blended? Lower leg, same thing. Forgive my imperfection with the autofocus and the framing. I do my best. I'm not being particularly neat over my black lining I did. I'll come back and fix the black lines afterwards. Make sure you give the ridges of the armor plates a good dosing. The shoulder blades, that is. Shoulder blades, the shoulder pads. When I do elbow pads, I kind of do the edge facing the front of the arm. I gotta mark the table here because I keep getting off frame. There's like 2 angles to the elbow pad, and I do the angle that's facing the front of the arm. Brush tip at the back of the wrist guard. Blend it in. Bear in mind here that, again, this is not really a master class. This is more of a Jawa class, right? I'm painting these models to a standard that will win best painted. If I did a whole army to the standard I'm showing you, I can pretty much guarantee that I'll win a best painted. It's, if you're after a best painted, the secret is having a finished army most of the time for the small tournaments. And the few guys that do, it's the armies that stand out, the ones that pop. And following my techniques will get you there. It'll make your army pop. And that's just about all it takes. that's about time for now. I'll come back in a few.